In the early 1700s, a stranger arrived in the riverside town of Totnes. No one quite knew where he came from, only that he spoke with a soft foreign lilt, likely French, and carried with him the tools of a tinker and the mind of an engineer. He gave his name as Chadder, and before long he had transformed more than a few corners of the town with clever devices and practical improvements, none more lasting than his ingenious contributions to the town's water system. It was Chadder who designed the early piping that drew cleaner water uphill, and who improved the sluice work along the marsh. His most mysterious innovation, however, was at the end of the Totnes town marsh, where tides from the River Dart would surge and sometimes flood the low fields. To control the flow, Chadder devised a curious mechanism, half valve, half trapdoor, buried deep beneath a stone arch, which the locals came to call the Buttle hole. When the tides pushed in, air and water would force their way through the chamber, creating a terrible roaring noise like a furnace being fed. At first, townsfolk thought the contraption broken, but Chadder reassured them it was working exactly as it should. Then, quite suddenly, Chadder died. Some say of illness, others of an accident down by the river. Whatever the cause, the roaring sound did not cease. In fact, it grew louder, more urgent, and late at night, during high tide, locals began to hear a distinct cry woven into the bellowing sound, a hoarse voice calling up through the earth and water. More rope, more rope. People began to say Chadder had not moved on, that in death he was cursed, or perhaps compelled, to eternally tend the currents of the Dart. Some believed he had tried to tie up the river with rope in some final, mad invention, binding the water like a beast. Others claimed it was punishment for tampering too deeply with things best left alone, or for the foreign blood that ran in his veins. The river, they said, had claimed him. To this day, when the water churns beneath the marsh and the Buttle hole roars like a throat too long unspoken, the people of Totnes still murmur his name. And if the wind is just right, you may hear it for yourself. That strange, desperate cry echoing up from below, more rope. Many thanks for treading this tale's roaring path. If its chill gripped you, like, subscribe, and comment below.